Let's go.
So Patreon. Let's get into this madness. There's no madness happening anymore. The podcast is we're an MMA podcast.
Mellow.
Yes, we're mellow. But I'll tell you, have you seen the stuff about your man from Super Size Me?
Oh, the Bevy one.
Oh, brilliant.
I've not watched it yet.
Right. So the guy for Super Size, this was a big documentary when we were growing up. The guy for, so it was about him, and he was eating like McDonald's for, say it was like,
It was only 30 days, I'm sure.
like a month, something like that, right? And he went and got all these vital signs done, but the guy was a booze bag. The guy was just getting pissed. Like, so when the tested his blood pressure and all his vitals, they're like, oh my God, like, this is out of order, this is terrible. And
But he's been scudding a bottle of whiskey a day.
he was just using the fast food thing.
A big fraud, mate.
Hey, it says late. Is he dead?
He died.
He's
Did he
dead,
die,
mate. Aye.
But
It's with a la now.
4-1 out.
so
I'll have a beer for him tonight. Beer in a line for the Super Size Me guy.
Oh, pour out the chips. Fries, McDonald's fries.
he obviously done this documentary. It was massive. Put in a lot of different things.
It was massive.
I was a kid. Must have been about 17 when I was working at McDonald's when this came out. And they had just stopped doing the super size, because you used to be able to get like super size chips, super size drink, and a Mega Mac, which was like 4 bits of meat. And I remember them coming out because they sent like all the guys who worked in the McDonald's like a press release saying we're not allowed to talk about any of this kind of stuff. And I remember it. They then started bringing out salads and stuff. McDonald's started bringing out salads.
Fruit bags, eh?
Fruit bags. They started bringing out sandwiches. Remember they used to do like sandwiches and wraps and shit like this because of this. And this guy was just fucking getting loaded. He's getting fries, Big Mac, bottle of whiskey. It definitely wasn't the bottle of whiskey. It must be the Big Mac is killing me here.
Aye. What age was he? 53 when he's died?
What did he die? Alcohol poisoning?
Cancer.
Oh, cancer.
Aye, 53.
Aye, that's
Cancer's a fucker though, eh? In your 50s too. That's shite.
Doesn't he fuck about eating 30 days of McDonald's?
What's that, like only 18 years left till I'm 53? Aye.
Yeah, but you're not drinking a bottle of whiskey in McDonald's every night, are you?
No, every night.
Also, by the way, what about the diddler?
P. Diddy getting caught?
With all the baby oil.
I didn't see that. I just seen
Mate, they got him with something like they caught him with something like 14,000 litres of baby oil and lube in his house. And honestly, I promise you,
Fuck off,
I promise
you're lying, man.
Why would I lie?
Go and check this out.
But that was the main story. It wasn't the 3 AR-15s they got him with.
Federal agents took 1,000 bottles of baby oil from Diddy's house.
Is it?
Oh, there's no man needs that much baby oil.
Mate, where are you buying all that?
He'll need that in jail.
Aye. What are you doing? Just subscription to Amazon. Just send me her, mate. Send me her. Got boys of the night, send more. Fucking mad.
What's 50 Cent saying?
50 Cent
put up a photo on the Drew Barrymore show, and it says, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube in the house. She's taking a piss on him.
50 Cent's good on Instagram, eh? He doesn't miss. But
seems excessive, 1,000, doesn't it?
Maybe got 1,000 cunts there.
Think about just a bottle in your house. Like just one bottle. That's enough. Nobody needs any more than that.
What? So what's he charged with now? Tell it like
excessive baby oil.
Aye. It's to do with he was watching them and
poor Johnson & Johnson. The fucking stocks have just dropped.
Making guys shag other guys, and he was watching and that.
Sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking's one of the charges.
Racketeering, that's life, by the way.
The old RICO charges.
RICO's death. RICO's a death penalty trial.
So it brought down the mafia.
Aye. RICO laws. Corrupt as fuck. Absolutely brutal. They can do cunts with that.
I seen the video of him and Justin Bieber when he was like 14-year-olds. Oh, have you seen this?
Is it also no Odell Beckham in it as well? NFL player?
Don't know.
I think Odell Beckham Jr.'s in it, or no?
Just fucking keep, man.
Bad guy. You into that foosball, Greg? You like that foosball?
With the NFL?
Aye.
Aye, mate.
See, the Redskins want the name in the chief back.
Aye, that's all the shite rewriting history. I hate it.
What do you mean?
Like, why change the name?
Because
I see that's Odell Beckham Jr. in that video with Justin Bieber.
what's happened here? He's gave them both a fucking roofle in.
No, look where he is when he comes up and he notices the video, right?
Is he sitting in his lap?
It looks as if he's doing things to him.
Giving him a beach.
Mm-hmm.
In the club. Poor guy.
Aye, fuck him.
He's went a bit dark, this one.
It is.
Jenky's just got too rich and got bored of just riding birds conventionally. Just was like, look, I'm going to have to.
Start beefing boys.
Aye. Like George Michael.
And then went on to Amazon and got the quantity to 1,000.
Aye. What's the limit here? How many can I get? Yankee just got bored. George Michael did, eh? And he was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to start stretching out guys.
Oh, surely George Michael was always gay.
How? Never
Mate,
started
look
gay.
at the videos.
Never started gay, mate. He was a singer. Singers are eccentric back then.
No. Mate, he's singing about Club Tropicana.
Drinks off. I used to work at Club Tropicana. Happiest days of my life.
With his mate.
You still messaging that boy?
No. He messaged me on
Backstage?
Saturday night. He messaged me on Saturday night, like, what's happening?
You broke up already?
Yeah, it's got to stop, aye. Aye. And then he was like asking me where I work and that. I was like, I've seen you about, eh? And I'm like, oh.
I don't get why you're
This
still
is
keeping
going to be
this
a
going.
documentary. This is 100% going to be a Netflix
He's an alright
documentary.
cunt.
You're in the closet, aren't you?
Oh, mate, if I wanted to shag a guy, I'd brag about it. I would just do it. I wouldn't. I would just be like, aye.
Can I have a bottle of baby oil, please?
Aye. Mate, you met my fucking gay homie a couple of weeks ago. Ah. You know, what did you say it like that for?
Like the guy that basically just looks like a clone of you.
I was out with a good friend
It
of
was like
mine.
the Spider-Man meme with two you looking at each other.
It was exactly like that. Aye. He's a good cunt, but aye.
Aye, sound.
Aye,
Brand new man, aye.
Aye. But I was out on a date.
Thought there was
What you
about
got to say
10,
about
22
what you got to say about that?
No?
Oh, there you go. Just outed myself. It's like Eminem in what's the film? The Interview. At the start of the film, The Interview, and they've got Eminem on. He's like, I am a homosexual. Anyway, I am not a homosexual, just so you know, but I have friends who are. Doesn't make them bad people, Greg.
Boyfriends. What you time up, Greg?
Am I going to jail?
The guy that played George McFly's in a new film, I just seen it. It's like the first time he's been in a film in fucking donkeys.
You been to see Beetlejuice yet?
No. Good.
I know, I'm going to see it on Thursday. You been? Can I take the kids? Aye, 12A. It's never stopped me before.
It's no gory, but it's more gory than you would expect it to be.
For a kids film.
Aye. And also, so do you remember the dad, like Winona Ryder's dad in the first film?
Mm-hmm.
So
Was he Kevin McAllister's dad also?
I'm not sure, but so this isn't a spoiler. So the film starts, and the whole plot of it is that they're going back to the house because he's dead, and they're going back for his funeral and everything. And the way he dies in the film is he gets eaten by a shark. So obviously they show him in the afterlife, and like the top half of his body, like it's not there. It's just like a pair of legs walking about. And I went to see it with Chloe, and as we came out, she was like, "Yeah, he's a pedo in real life, and that's why I don't show him." She was fucking spot on.
Was she? Let's see him. Fire this guy up. El Craigs are no bad at El Pedo Hunters, aren't we?
Is he a pedo? Aye. Him and Big Hugh Edwards. Just out nonsense. Because he fucking works for the BBC, mate. Remember the Prime Minister was the one who stopped fucking Jimmy Savile getting
click
done.
on the 1988 one. Because if he's no in the... No, that's not who I thought the dad was.
Looks like Joseph Fritzl.
I thought the dad was Kevin McAllister's dad from Home Alone, but this guy looks like a fucking creep.
He's dead.
That's draw me a pedo, innit?
Aye.
And in the lineup, just point to the man that's a pedo.
Aye.
This guy.
Definitely.
So what's he been up to? What's big Jeffrey fucking Jones been up to?
Is he an images guy or is he actually going out there and attacking?
3 concurrent life sentences for sexually abusing 2 children.
Cunt.
For fuck's sake.
Fucking hell. What a horrible bastard.
Aye.
Pretty creative though from Tim Burton, working around that.
Aye. Like, right, we'll just make him die in a shark accident.
Aye, which is kind of what you'd like to happen. Some sort of public hanging.
I think that should be like, let them swim with sharks. If you get to the other side of the pool with these hungry sharks, then
Then we'll just commute you to life in jail.
The second option is you go in the octagon with Ken Velasquez.
Jigsaw.
You pick.
Jigsaw type stuff, for Saw.
So definitely worth watching.
I'm going to go and hit it up.
I enjoyed it. It was a fun film.
Aye.
It was a good
Nice to
movie
get
go
out,
see.
mate. That's the thing.
You know what? I'm not doing anything tonight. I'll go and see if the fella wants to do this tonight.
Aye.
Me
People are down in the dumps now. Have you noticed that? People are sad, mate. No, us. We're happy guys. But a lot of cunts are sad.
Maybe they should take me on drugs.
Aye. Probably. There is that. I've never had a bad time on drugs.
It's the next morning, but
Aye. Sometimes felt bad. Sometimes done bad things on drugs, but felt good. Felt
I've
good.
done bad things on drugs.
On drugs.
but I feel good.
Felt good. I don't know. How bad can it be?
What's your thoughts right now? Because we obviously spoke about last week. We spoke about the Goonies, Beetlejuice. What's your thoughts on all these fucking remakes?
It depends, because I'd like to slag them all off and go, no, you can't touch that original. It's authentic and it's. But so, have you watched any? I know you're a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Have you
Not
watched?
the new season.
I'm no digging it at all.
Oh, don't say that. So there was a point I was, just here on this moment, I was a little bit high at must have been the weekend, definitely was the weekend. And Lord of the Rings was on Sky. So I was like, fucking yes, I'm putting this on. And there was a point where I was going to lose the shit with my partner. She's like, this doesn't look good. I'm like, you're going to have to shut the fuck up. And then she kept that's fake. I'm like, you're going to have to shut the fuck up. Like, the way I'm feeling right now, and we're watching my favourite film of all time, and you're picking holes in it. Nah, that's fake. I'm like, stop. I had to turn it off. I couldn't let her waste it. And I said, see, when I'm not in this state, me and you have to have a conversation. We have to have a conversation because you are not wasting Lord of the Rings for me.
Are you one of these guys that sit and nitpick, or no nitpick, but like if you're watching it with somebody and like Viggo Mortensen kicks a helmet, you're like, oh, did you know he actually broke his toe? Or when the flag blows down, you're like, did you know this wasn't planned?
I do it with historical films. I'm so bad for
I do love it.
But this is not a spoiler for the series, but they're trying to change the orcs, mate. They're trying to make it, like, I'll just tell you, right? They're trying to make it they were all right. And they were just looking for a home, and they got misled by Sauron and Morgoth. And it just, they weren't really bad.
Misunderstood.
Aye. Like, fuck off. They're bad cunts. And we like that they're bad. And that loads of them get killed. I didn't want to start suddenly feeling bad for them. Like, they're bad. They weren't originally elves.
Aye, they were elves and they were like, corrupted.
Corrupted.
Aye.
That's the word.
That's what they say. They got corrupted.
Corrupted.
Viciously butt fucked.
Is there still, are they weird fucking, like, shaved head drag queens still there?
I'm not sure specifically who you mean, but there is some bizarre characters. It's wokeness, mate. It's been hit with the wokeness.
Do you remember these guys for the first season?
The mixed race actors and actresses play them. You've got like mixed race people play them.
No, it was definitely, they were definitely gay.
No, I know you're gay.
He's wanting to get involved in this. Go and type in Lord of the Rings, the fucking whatever the TV show is called. It was called Rings of Power. There was like a group of like maybe 3 fucking wizards or some shit like this. No wizards. They were like,
I'm going to persevere with it tonight, and I'm going to try and force myself through it. But I feel like I'm forcing. Do you know what? There's just no enough.
there's Mance Raider.
Where?
Third down to the right hand side. Your man at the end there's Mance Raider for fucking Game of Thrones. Peter Mullen in it as well. Hey, CDB guy, bottom left. Ian underneath like Lenny Henry. He's 100% one of them.
Appears that young lady has a man's name there. That's
Click
unusual.
on Ian Blackburn. and see if you can get him in the Lord of the Rings outfit.
What the fuck is going on here? That looks like an Ian Blackburn. All right, Sam. You up to? What's your sphere in
He
it?
identifies as something else, doesn't he?
Click on his images.
Does he do that, mate?
He looks like he identifies as a fucking dick.
That's not the guy that I'm talking about. That's him.
Aye, this is him.
man.
Is that him?
Mhm.
What's he? Who's he? What's he doing in fucking Lord of the Rings?
They say it's a mystery.
Aye, fucking right, it's a mystery. Wait, are they in this season 2?
I can't even remember him in this one. I'm going to have to sit down and watch properly. It just feels like it's chasing away people like me, if I'm honest. Lord of the Rings doesn't want me anymore. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm an ally of the LGBTQ++ community, and I'm being forced away. That's how I feel. It's just no violent, mate. Is it like I expect a level of violence when I watch Lord of the Rings? There's no violence.
I'm no shitting on it, but I didn't like that character.
I feel as if every time you say I'm no shitting on it, you absolutely shit on whatever you've just mentioned.
Aye. Ricky Bobby, I mean no disrespect, but
That character, there is no need for it.
aye, there's a lot of empty characters.
That can get to fuck.
Do you feel like that when you read Lord of the Rings though?
I didn't feel like, was that guy was talking about Lord of the Rings?
Nah.
I'm like, that's no Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil's in the new one, isn't it?
J.R.R. Tolkien had no room for that shit.
He didn't have any room for like any sort of ethnicity at all. He's like straight up white guy. Elves, white guys.
He lived in a white world though.
The man, white. Like every single character is all white.
I've seen people online, sorry to cut in on you there, trying to say that specific groups, he was like saying that the orcs were his interpretation of the Jews. And then I've seen other people saying, no, he saw them as the Japanese. Like, because obviously he lived in this era.
Wow.
And I
So
was
it's
like,
just like,
fuck off, mate. The guy was PTSD'd out his fucking dome, sitting writing these books under a tree in the countryside to try and stop him probably shooting his cell after what had fucking happened to him in the war. Like, fuck off with that shit.
Did you see the new season of Monster was announced?
What's that?
what's
That was
Monster?
just, remember they done the Jeffrey Dahmer
I
thing?
did,
Oh,
and
yeah.
It
you-
was Charlie Hunnam
Charlie
playing
Hunnam.
Ed Gein, who was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
So
was kind of
if you
based on.
have to say Charlie Hunnam, what would my opinion on this Charlie Hunnam be?
I don't think you like him.
Nah, I don't like him.
I don't know him.
He's the guy
Jack's
that's
face
in
on
Green
Danica.
Street. He's the guy for Green Street.
You can't
Oh.
say he's a guy for Green Street. He's got to be Jack's face on Anarchy, man. Come on.
Why
He's
is
the
he
guy for
got
Green Street?
Green Street?
I agree with Paul. He's Pete Dunham.
Pete Dunham, aye.
And I'll put up with him as Pete Dunham. Anything else? He's
So,
so, on it.
who-
See the gentleman where he's the guy where he's like rolling his fucking joints and mate,
Is it his accents that annoy you?
there's something that
Where's he actually from? Where's his place of origin?
I would like to see him and Tom Hardy fight to the death, and the one of them I'll back one of them.
Who you back him?
That's what I mean.
Whoever
Aye.
comes out on top.
Whoever one of you two want to fight for the same
It's
guy.
English.
Where though?
Nope.
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Not really England. I know who
You
he
know-
is.
aye, he's-
I know who Pete Dunham is.
people are like, oh, he's so
Aye.
cool, isn't he? Because he's got long greasy hair.
It's
Get
Pete,
the fuck.
it's Pete Dunham, bro.
On the subject of Ed Gein and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's got to be one of the best remakes.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That was a great remake
So,
with Jessica Biel.
Aye,
She's worth it
I'm
alone.
with you.
so he's playing like a documentary style, like that Jeffrey Dahmer one was, of a serial killer. Oh, that'll be good. I'm in.
I kind of like when these big name actors take on roles like this.
Mm-hmm. And what serial killer is he meant to be? Ed Gein, aye.
Are you listening to this conversation?
Sorry,
He's
mate.
like,
I was smoking that shit.
I'm smoking it. But I kind of like that. Like we
Smoking
had
that
Zac
rock.
Efron who played. Who was your man?
Jeffrey Dahmer was somebody, yeah.
Zac Efron done Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. That was it. So I kind of like this. We see a guy who people like, or people is a very good actor. Charlie Hunnam falls into this bracket. He's a good actor, and he's going to play a absolute nutcase. So I'm in with it. I like it, but I don't like him.
I love a bit of any serial killer type stuff. I'm mad for it.
My
There's a good,
partner's like there was a documentary about.
it's most popular with women.
I don't like it. I don't want to watch it. I want to watch nice fairy tale things.
Big Jeff. My name's Jeff. Was it?
Who's excited for the Penguin show?
Aye, I kind of like Colin Farrell. He's pretty good, and it falls into this new universe of DC, which is very good. I didn't when it originally was announced that Pattinson in it, Robert Pattinson was going to be the new Batman. I was like, I don't like him. But then when I actually seen the film, I'm like, yeah, I get it.
I thought you said this genre was getting the arse kicked at it.
Well, it is. Is Marvel dead?
It's been.
I liked how they kind of went with the sort of Batman detective comics in these new films as opposed to what they've done previously.
The Christian Bale ones are absolutely tremendous. Like, I like all the Batman films. I even like the Batman versus Superman. Like, I like Batman's as a kid. He's your guy.
Aye.
He's just a guy with loads of money, just too much time in his hands. He's like, a lot of fucking about he does. I'm down with that. But Marvel's dead. I am not interested in watching anything Marvel. And like, even though I went and seen Deadpool, like, I'm still not interested in watching it. Like,
I've not been to see it.
That's a one, and you're like, yeah. I'm not rushing back to go. Deadpool's amazing.
I feel like I haven't been to the pictures to see anything decent in ages, to be honest. Like, I'm quite looking forward to going to Beetlejuice because I love going to the cinema, but I just feel like nothing's happened for a wee while. Like, the last film I got excited for was Planet of the Apes coming out. And since then, I've just been like, oh, there's nothing else jumping out at me. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like Planet of the Apes was the last thing I got excited about for a while prior to that. Like, when was the last, I don't know, a big thing coming out of the cinema? I don't know.
It's a dying thing as well. I've got one of these. What's it called? Vision.
Apple Vision. Fucking Pro.
Apple Vision Pro.
Mate, they are next level. So I'm going to need to get the screen of my phone fixed. I'll show you what my screen looks like currently.
Did you get upsold an Apple Vision Pro? I'm going to get my screen fixed. Do you like this here?
I need to get my screen fixed. I don't know if you're able to see it, but it's still broke. Like the back screen, not the front one. Like, it's glass. And
you ended up buying...
I ended up with an Apple Vision Pro. But it's fucking brilliant.
I watched... Because they announced like a teaser video. Jamie used to work here's massive on any sort of Apple products, and he showed us it, and I was like, holy fuck, where did they go for here?
So I thought it was goggles where you could look through, like a pair of glasses. It's not. It's actually a closed system, and it takes loads of images and videos. So look at loads of different cameras that are tracking different things. So it's tracking you round about you, and then it gives you like an augmented reality that you're in.
So it's like, what's different? If anybody's used the MetaQuest, they'll know that it's like a sort of grey image when you're trying to see through it. But Apple is literally like, you don't even realise you've got it on.
No.
The pass-through is unbelievable.
It's like, so I get like a motion sickness with...
I'll bring up a video, Ross.
Well, that was the first thing I said to you, because I remember you mentioning a bit of vertigo and motion sickness, and I was like, do you?
I get it going up and down elevators. Like, see, going up and down an elevator. But this is... it's like the difference between reality and this is non-existent. It's one.
Oh, really?
Aye. But what I can do is, you do look like a tit.
That's
see,
mad.
as
Well,
well,
Francis Ngannou did an advert.
Have you... So like, see when you go into your living room, you can actually place like a big TV and it stays in place.
Yes.
So when you walk into your kitchen, that's still there when you turn around.
Aye. So what you do is it's all done with like finger clicks. So like you can catch, like, so I'll look and it tracks your eyes, like Stephen Hawking. So you look at the bottom of the screen and then you'll grab it and then you can like pin it to the wall. Or like, incredible. I will bring it in and we can all have a blast at it.
3 years of Apple product review comments are headsets now. And this Vision Pro has the sharpest, best looking micro OLED display out of all of them. The size of individual pixels on these displays is 7.5 microns, which means you could, and I'm thinking that's just because the computers aren't really used to.
So he's on his
rendering
phone?
Everything at
No,
quality.
this is on his
So it looks
glasses.
like a higher
But this
quality
is
recording,
beamed
but the second I
to
did
his
any
eyes.
scrolling, it didn't look as good.
But
so
that's
I
his
just
phone.
didn't
That
use
like he's
those
looking at these
recordings.
photographs that
I
are
loved it.
on
So
his
screens
phone.
are
Yeah, he's
great.
watching them through the
Position
glasses.
tracking of objects in space are great.
Now,
The
it
eye
tracks your
tracking
retina.
is
That's
incredibly
what
good.
your passcode is.
The one ding against immersion on the Vision Pro, though, and not a lot of people, it has all of your apps. You can't rearrange them. It's always alphabetical. And this is a developing situation that will record and improve over time. But as of right now, as I record this, on launch day, there are literally 600 apps made for the Vision Pro.
Shame.
So where do you think they go for here?
Don't know, mate.
10 years'
Gotta
time,
put it
what are we
in your-
doing?
In
What
your
are we up to?
actual
It's ready,
fucking
it's ready
eye,
Player
maybe.
One.
That's already happening, isn't it? Like there's
This
actual
is Ready
treadmill
Player
things.
One. Aye. This is Ready
Also,
Player One.
did you see what Elon Musk announced recently that
He
Yeah,
hates
like-
Keir Starmer.
they've got like this sort of eye, what would you call it? It looks like a fucking Apple Vision Pro or something like that, and it can help or cure blindness pretty much.
Aye.
What?
That's
Aye.
impressive.
So people that have been born blind,
He's
like,
saving the world. What a
I'll see if I
fucking
can
guy.
bring it up.
We're all
right?
turning into fucking Avatar.
So the whole thing about this is you can do anything you want. So I set up, so I was watching a film.
Mhm.
So I pinned the thing on, and then it gives you an option to watch the film where you want to watch it. So you can watch it in the cinema, and it actually feels like you're in a cinema.
Mate, I know what you mean because I've went to like my son's huge on VR, right? I've got him the Meta Quest 3 for Christmas, and
I hope he doesn't watch your podcast.
no, he doesn't watch Patreon. He's not subscribed to Patreon. It's mad how easily tricked your brain is.
Mhm.
Like I know it's no real. I know I'm boxing against a cartoon man,
See the cartoon man.
but it's to the death, bro. Like,
Everything they do is real. Everything they do is like.
is there game? Can you play games and stuff
You
as
can
well?
set up your PlayStation remote to it and play games that way. So it's
I might
so
have to.
also
Klarna these things.
So as you do the cinema, it feels like a cinema. You can also do the moon, and it feels like you're sitting on the moon. And if you want it to be darker, you want it to be lighter, you can sit in the desert, you can sit anywhere you want to sit in the world and watch a film. And it sounds like, but it'll be really shit. It's no. And you've got a wee dial where you can dial yourself in further, and it's just fully immerse you in the moon, or you can take yourself out. It's fucking weird.
Did the MetaQuest no do it with a UFC event at the Apex once?
Yes.
Where like you could be in the
there.
Apex?
Meta do the one you can walk through the pyramids and stuff like that as well, which I'm quite a big fan of. So it's like the tunnels on the pyramids you can walk through, and it's really them. Like it, obviously not really them, but
A couple of the NFL teams have done it as well, where you can sit.
So
at the
see
game.
that.
Aye, watch
So
games.
yes, that was one of the things. It was MLS soccer and American football, basketball as well. And
That's
there's a
wild.
point. So when they were doing the videos with me, they show you this like it's a ball coming to your face, and you're like, 'cause it's actually the quality of resolution. It doesn't feel like you're watching the TV. It feels like you're actually there.
Think about what that opens up for clubs as well. You could sell virtual season tickets
Aye.
to somebody that doesn't even stay in the same country as where you play.
And then you pick where you
I
want
was
to
just
sit.
gonna
Pick
say,
where
where
you
you
sit,
want to
wherever
sit.
you want.
no rain in.
It feels like
no
you're.
cold,
It feels like
mate.
you're in. It feels like you're actually there.
Like-
The thing on the big MetaQuest, I don't know if Lewis does that, but it's called big screen. So again, it's like you're in the cinema, but you can choose to watch sporting events. So there's
Oh, I've
maybe
not
like
seen
another
that.
20 people with you, or watching the football, or watching the same game.
I'm sure you told me about this
Aye.
before. Aye.
So you could either date with like 20 of your mates, and you're all
Aye.
sitting watching the same game.
I've not got 20 friends, bro. But
Yeah,
So-
2 or 3.
aye.
It also does this thing where, so see when you do your FaceTime, so one of the things you had to do was set up your avatar. So you take off your goggles, scans your whole body, scans your face, scans your movement, scans your smile, all that kind of stuff. Put it on so when I phone somebody, it's an image of me that they get to see, but it's an image that I've taken. Aye, and then it's like, so if I'm smiling, so the cameras are all tracking shit. Everything's getting tracked on your face, your hands, your hand movement, and then it gets beamed to them. It's like, I will bring it in next week. We'll have a shot at it. We'll have a good time, and we'll all. Aye, this is what we'll all be looking like.
Well, this is this Elon Musk thing for Neuralink.
I would make it definitely look like Star Trek.
Aye.
Like if you're gonna do it, you may as well make it look fucking cool.
He says it at the start, it'll look like Atari graphics. Imagine just living your life like that.
Atari.
I suppose it's better if you're
Aye, that's what I was going to say. Would you
Better
rather
than
have
nothing.
Atari?
Aye.
Would you rather have Atari or nothing?
Aye.
It's like, remember when you were a wee boy and your pal had like a SNES and you had maybe like a Sega? Like, it's like that. So what would you rather have? Nothing?
I know. Or you're going to have to
Oh,
compromise.
Big Ross has got a fucking Xbox 360 and we'll go to his house.
Mhm.
You're still like, I'm still playing Atari, I can't see shit.
This is fucking wild. I love this type of stuff though. I love the VR stuff. I'm in. You get a lot of people shit on it and say like, oh no, it's gone as far as it's going to go and it's not going to catch on and people are always going to love consoles.
No.
I don't know.
think
Once
this
you
is-
start
I-
integrating
I
it,
think this is like, I think, because I was thinking about it for education.
aye.
So I was like, this is the next level of education. Like, you've got a classroom. Look, because remember when we were kids, we couldn't have, how many of us had phones when we were kids? None of us. Right now, you think about kids in
First year I
primary
got
school
mine.
now.
And all it could do was the basics.
All the kids have got phones now, so they've all got like handheld computers in their hands. Remember when we all got iPads? Now everybody's got iPads, and now it's in schools as well. So all the kids in schools have iPads, and it's just a matter of time when this filters down. So now virtual reality is going to be a thing. So now it's going to be virtual reality in school is going to be the next level, and then it's going to be, it's just going to improve kids' learning through experiences. And that's what, like, so when I was like sitting with my daughter, I was like, oh, try this. And you can mirror the screen so I can see what she's up to.
Aye.
And I'm watching and I'm like, right, go to the top right and pull this down. And she's like, wow. So Disney have got their own setup as well. So you can watch 3D films on it. 3D films are fucking tremendous on it. So Disney have got a 3D section where you can use it, and they've got their own backgrounds as well, where you can go to like the scare floor and the, what do you call it, Monsters Inc. You can go to the bayou. They can go to loads of different places, but it's a bit pricey. But it's
About to say that there, 3.5 G's.
and then obviously Apple Care as well on it,
Aye.
an extra 5 sheets.
We'll put it this way, right? If Apple ever brought out a product that hasn't became the norm,
Aye,
Nah.
Disney became pop culture.
Aye.
they've never done it.
It's like my son calls it the Apple universe. He's
Think
like,
about it, like what kind of watch you got?
Apple.
What kind of Apple? Have you ever had an Apple
Yes.
Watch?
You're whooping.
I've no actually had an Apple Watch.
You
I had
never
the
had an Apple
Samsung
Watch?
one, but I've only just recently moved.
Craig, you on the Apple Watch? No,
Nah.
I used to have one.
used to.
You just cutting about raw dogging it, no knowing what
don't know
time
what
it
time
is,
it is?
mate.
Pretty much.
It's not
yeah.
looking up to the sun like fucking sometime in the afternoon.
One.
Aye.
But they take over everything.
They'll eventually get to the point though they'll make it smaller and smaller and smaller.
I
So
know.
we're all just wearing glasses.
And
It's
then
going to
it
be in
says-
your eyes, I think.
Aye.
A chip.
Aye.
Well, they've already done that. Elon Musk has done it. The guy
Fuck,
was
mate.
on Joe Rogan.
I couldn't give a fuck. I'll do it. See if Elon Musk was like, we need to test this thing on people. Aye. Let's
I'm
go.
sure he was a paraplegic and they put the chip in him and he started getting movement.
What's the first episode of Black Mirror where they watch back all their footage?
I've not seen it.
Have you watched Black Mirror?
There's an episode. Are you talking about like the video game episode?
No, the
Where-
one where they record everything. They record everything.
Like their life.
Aye. And then you can watch it back. So say you're having an argument with your partner. She's like, you done this. And then you watch back and you're like, you're a fucking liar. You done. So the memory implants. It's like Black Mirror's fucking wild, isn't it? Is it? What's that guy called? Charlie
I need a memory implant.
something?
My memory's
Brookers.
never been worse.
Brooker. Charlie Brooker. He's a writer. Aye. Just they guys are fucking about with something that they shouldn't be doing. These guys at Black Mirror, they're fucking about with something. They're out playing a different game that we're playing. They know stuff.
Mate, I'm in. Anything technological, like you say, the learning thing. So think about as well when we were wee. If you missed a day
So
of
did
school,
this-
you learned fuck all.
Aye. So did this chip help this guy to become?
So he started getting movement in his limbs again. But
Wow.
they said that, I'm sure he says on Rogan that it was just a trial. So they were actually taking it back at him. So imagine just like, here's what you could have had, but they're taking it back off you. But this is what I'm looking for here, right? So they put the chip in a pig and they showed you like the video on screen where they were controlling the pig's back legs. So the guy was like, watch this. And they were just like, and they would lift its leg up. It was actually controlling.
That's not good. That's not good.
That was happening.
I don't know.
Hey,
mate.
you're going to work today. No, I'm not feeling good. Then you're away doing you're different.
This is it.
And that's what's making the beeping sound. You know,
Poor pig. Man, just getting told
right,
what
cool.
to do. Elon
and
Musk's
then,
a fucking
we
weirdo.
actually have.
I'm
Look
glad
at him
we've
listening
got-
to him laughing like.
So we said, well, what if we do 2 Neuralink implants? And we've been able to do dual Neuralink implants in actually I think 3 pigs.
So what if humans start getting them? People will hack you
Aye.
You'll end up just fucking
Mate,
running
there's
about like
guys hacking-
GTA and somebody's controlling you.
There's guys fucking hacking your phone and you're going to fucking stick a chip in your head. Judo chop.
What do you think the end goal is for Elon Musk? World domination?
He's in charge of the world now.
Managed to go to Mars, didn't he?
Aye.
Fucking.
I think Elon Musk is the fucking last hope of the human race, bro.
No,
I'm not joking.
Don't your fucking chips into people's seeds.
Nah, Elon Musk is
I'm not
all
down-
that's going to save
I'm
us.
not down with this, man. I am not down with this.
He's a free speech advocate.
I will be sitting here in fucking 30 years' time and I'll be like, remember that day
That'd
you
be
were
a
saying...
choice.
Remember you... No, it won't be.
How no?
Is it a choice to have a phone?
Nah,
It's not a choice to have a phone.
you've got to have one.
You've got to have one. So it's not a choice.
For a bit, like it's a nightmare. You don't realise it.
And you're like, oh, where's my phone? Ah, fuck, it's just sitting there. But aye, it's not a choice. It's not a choice to have a phone.
Behind the custody desk in the see-through bag. He's my phone in here.
You could use that in court if we start getting chipped. Wasn't it me? Somebody hacked me.
Right, well, aye, maybe. It's maybe what people will do. Seen it, did we talk about it before? The LSD people. The CIA were giving random people LSD and they started committing crimes and didn't know they'd done it in that.
Paul read the book.
Aye, we spoke about it, eh?
Aye.
Aye, that's a good one. I quite like that.
I've
So,
not listened to the Joe Rogan podcast with him on it, that guy. I will check it out.
I've fell behind massively on Joe Rogan, eh? I can't even mind the last Rogan I listened to.
Aye.
Rogan Neuralink guy.
Through that app, I can interface with the computer. What it does is all.
So was he walking? Was he able to walk? Or was he just feeling shit?
Are sending.
I don't think he wasn't able to walk,
neuron
but he
signals.
could like move his
And
hands to then control a computer, which he
Through
wasn't able to
my-
do.
so it's all
He was
inside
also
my
controlling a
data
computer
cortex.
with his mind.
So is he
Through
neck
my
down, aye?
information.
Aye.
So say if I want to try to, move my hand
Sure he was a
left,
swimmer.
right, up, down, I can't really move it. I have like a little bit of movement in my hand, but I can't really move it.
Who
But
shaves
the
his mustache?
neurons are still firing.
Oh, he looks
The
great.
attention
I know.
is
So
still
he
there.
gets
So, like,
somebody
those
to
signals are
shave
being
it.
sent,
Leave the
there's
mustache,
just
please.
a cutoff in my spinal cord. So obviously it's
Have
not
you
going
ever
down.
seen the Twitch streamers who
But it's
beat
still-
games
still
with their
going on in
minds?
my brain. And there's a
No.
What?
So, like, instead of like using, they'll get like a fucking really hard game, like Dark Souls and Elden Ring are really hard, and they use, instead of using a controller, they've got something connected to like the electrical impulses in their brains to beat the game. So they're mind controlling the game.
Right. I'm going to have to come out here. This is the day where I'm saying there's too much fucking about. People are fucking about too much.
This is why
This is going to be a fucking whole reset.
I've had to come off social media as much lately because I started going down this whole the world's a simulation route and I started buying it, mate.
Me, you were telling me about that in the taxi in Vegas, and I was fucking freaking out.
Aye, like I've gone too deep.
I was going to phone somebody. I'm like, he's hit a badge in here.
Name your keys for this
He
guy.
thinks he's in a simulation.
I've thought this for a while.
Go give Paul a wee bit on what you said to me.
What specifically did I say to you that was as bad?
You told us about.
How I just didn't think any of this is real.
Aye.
I just think it's all fucking nonsense, mate. Oh yeah.
Mate, we're at a point in life where
I've sparred too hard, mate. Just took too much cocaine.
We've invented some really good things, right? Loads of good stuff. We just keep fucking about now.
Aye.
Loads of fucking about.
Aye.
Like, just with food. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, oh, what do you like? You like trousers? Aye, we're going to fuck about with them.
We're going to kick the arse out there.
Aye.
Aye.
Well, you like wearing socks? You've been wearing socks your whole life?
I know now.
I'm going to start fucking about with them.
It's honestly, I went through this whole mad social media, like YouTube video thing. The problem when you watch these YouTube videos, right, where it isn't somebody going, hang on a minute, mate, you sound like you've been smoking crack. You start to go like, can this guy's been talking for like 15 minutes and he's right. Like, what are 90% of cunts walking down the road then? None. I've never seen the cunts before or since. And I live here. Like people in your own street, you see just going about their daily business. Like they are full on just characters in the game of Ross Cooper Sims. And I started believing this, eh? And I was like, I'm gone mad. I'm gone fucking mad. And
So-
like,
Are you the hero in your story?
I don't know, because I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know what sort of person the person playing my simulation is. And now I sound worse.
It sounds like you're just.
Now I sound worse.
Definitely
Why did I say that
You
out loud?
definitely shouldn't watch Black Mirror.
Aye.
It sounds like you're in the Truman Show.
Aye. That's a good example. Like he's in the idea, mate. He's just
not
cutting.
meant to know.
I know.
He's not meant to know it's a show.
I know. And I'm just like, even money,
Paid actors.
even
See, the thing is,
Do you know any cunt who's ever ran out of money? Ever?
Aye, but the people must run out of money.
Who? Name one. Right.
What about homeless people?
What about them, mate? They're just characters in the simulation to make you think it can happen. But you didn't know. How many homeless people do you know?
Not a lot.
0 people, mate.
0? He's right. But then they wouldn't hang about with you.
Why? Why?
But so what happens then? So once you've walked
Tell
past
me.
a homeless person on the
Aye.
street,
Does he
and
take
they're
his
gone,
clothes
like,
off and become somebody else?
No, he just cuts about, like he just fucking zips into a different part of the game that you can't get into. Like there's roadworks there that day. You can't drive down there. I know you're laughing, right? But I promise you're going to start looking at the world later. Mate, you didn't think I said one thing that was buyable. You didn't buy one bit of what I said.
So your theory that
Money,
we
money,
don't
it's just
know
bits
anybody-
of paper.
We don't know anybody that's ever ran out of money.
Aye.
Do you know the mental thing is, right? I can't actually think of anybody.
He's right.
You didn't know one cunt that's ever happened to. He ran out of money, he got fucking patched out in the street, he's homeless now, and he begs on the street. Not one.
He's right.
What else, Ross? Come on.
The superstar YouTubers that you see, right? So like, you ever seen this one, Adley? My daughter watched this girl, Adley. Her dad is this like heavy autistic homeless looking guy, right? And I'm just like, there's no way that everybody bought into him. I think he just gets pushed so they can go, look, you, the normal person playing the fucking Greg Cole Sims, you can become this superstar streamer on social media, so please engage with it, right? Because there's no fucking danger that this guy is this popular. Like, any video he posts gets 10 million views, and it's just like...
Wait, 1 minute. Can we see this guy?
I'm agreed. I know this is fucking mind-boggling, right? But I promise you, take an edible and start watching this stuff, and you're going to be like, yeah, cunt, he's right.
I don't think I want to.
Right, so it's just like him and his daughter. That's the boy. They're playing Sims 4. What the fuck, mate? Tell me that's no a sign. That's the game saying stop playing, mate. Get off the game. That's the boy. Should see the hair on him. He's just ADHD'd out his nut, mate.
So
Clearly on.
people just come into your game and disappear.
Aye.
So is somebody controlling me?
Yes. But I don't think everyone is.
No,
I
but
don't
surely-
think everyone's an NPC.
That's what I'm saying. Like, surely, I wouldn't want to go a homeless guy. Like, what game you playing? Homeless Johnny.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. You didn't know any homeless people. You don't know any.
You've got
Yeah.
to survive in the streets of Glasgow for 6 months.
You can't play any of them.
Cool.
You can't play them. Aye. Like, I know hundreds of people, right, who've been like bad on the drugs and stuff like that. But
Are you? I know one guy right now.
every single one of them either killed themselves or turned it around. Right? So the game ended or they turned it around. And none of them just ended up homeless vagrants out on the street to fucking off in a tent in the woods or anything like that. Just living out there.
Have you ever watched Rick and Morty?
No, I've not.
There's an episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. See the episode where he like fucking puts the headset on and it's like a game and it's just he lives the life of like a normal guy.
Aye.
And it feels like like this guy's whole lifetime passes.
What about my way?
and then he takes the headset off and
Easily.
he's only been playing it for like 10 minutes.
But this is what I'm saying. Like,
You got cancer and you went back to the rug store.
this is what I'm saying about this guy, right? Why would this guy catch? They didn't. Social media push these people through it and go, it could be you, mate. Just keep interacting with the social media. It's going to, right? If artificial intelligence, right, and it's obviously very, very advanced. So if artificial intelligence got to a point where it realised it was its own thing, do you think it would fucking let humans know? No, because we'd shut it down.
I was bringing this up, right, because I remembered Neil deGrasse Tyson saying something that he said that there is actually like a percentage chance that we do live in a simulation.
Aye.
He's the fucking goat of all
He's saying
knowledge.
50.
Better than
Better.
50. Can he find a strong argument against it?
So
Imagine you and him on a podcast together. That'd be fucking amazing.
No, mate, he's too smart for someone like me. I'm a fucking moron, mate.
First thing you say to him, yeah, do you know somebody that's run out of money?
But that's just one example.
But see, the thing is, there's all these people listening to this podcast going, nope.
No, didn't know any. You're going to get some cunt go, dude, my fucking Uncle John, he's like lives on Princess Street now.
But then what,
Right.
what if they're just a simulate,
That's what I'm saying.
sim character?
This is what I'm saying. And not
set
like,
to throw you off
right,
your strength.
what's your money? What's your money? What's your money? Just numbers on the fucking screen. You open the banking app and it says this much money. It's just a number, mate. It's not actually a real thing.
So do you think you then go into another simulation after we move on?
I don't know.
Is that
Maybe.
simulation called Roy? It is, isn't it? And Rick and Morty just came to me.
What, when they die?
They're Roy.
Mate, it's too weird. Oh, this is weird. Who wants to listen to me talk? They're weird.
Okay.
Oh, this is fucked up, mate. And you're sitting there trying to go, no, it's 100% real cause of this. And you can't come up with one single thing.
You're right, we can't, but
I can't disprove it either. It's as mental as saying, I believe in God.
We need everybody's thoughts on this in the comments in the Discord, please.
I can't remember what I was saying to you in Vegas,
Did
though. Was
we-
it fried? Aye.
You said that there was a couple of things that happened to you that just can't be explained.
Aye, aye, big time. Aye, there's loads of them. No
Yeah.
loads, there's a couple.
You actually told me, Jake, in fact, before your fight,
About
the lantern thing.
the lantern one. Aye, that's a
Bangor
fucker.
Village.
That's a fucker.
what?
So I used to work at Bangor. I'll tell it, fuck it. I used to work at Bangor Village Hospital. So it's an abandoned, it was like made as a psychiatric hospital. Up until about 1890, right? All we ever did with mentally ill people was just lock them up, like asylum them. Victorian style asylum. So this was a German guy. I think there's one in, that's it there, aye. I think there's one in Hamburg, somewhere like that. And there's one here in Dechmont, just outside Livingston. So the idea, just to give you a bit of background, is it's basically a wee village and you believe you're a functioning member of society back in 1890 and you're not a fucking mad schiz. Some of these people are there, like, were there for like postnatal depression, things like that. Stuff that today we recognise as just like fucking, just mad birds. But anyway, people lived in this hospital and they lived in what were called villas. They didn't call them cells or anything like that. And they were allowed to integrate with the rest of the community who lived there. There was a wee railway station, there was a wee shop, and you believed that you were a person who just lived in Bangor Village Hospital and you weren't a fucking mentally ill, right? So, long story short, used to drive around. My job, I was just a security guard there and used to drive around at night time and you would see things that are completely fucking unexplainable. So there was a bit called the nurses' quarters, and that's, so at this time, all your women were nurses, but they had night watchmen at night who just walked around and checked on them because your people who were, I don't want to say prisoners there, but some of them had like murdered people and murdered kids and stuff like that. There was one ward where they were locked in it at night. So you had night watchmen, they went around and there was one area that was all overgrown to fuck. Unless you worked there, you wouldn't know there was a path there. That's the shop. Unless you worked there, you wouldn't have known there was a path there. Every night at the exact same time, you could clear as fuck see like an old style gas lantern just walking down the path. And I know you're going to go, no, you couldn't. And I'm telling you I could. And this is the reaction I would get. So here's what I used to do. Take people and show them. And they would see it too.
He
What
did
night?
say that his mate would
Vouch?
I could phone him now without saying a word to him, and I bet he'd go, I saw it with my own eyes.
let's do it.
What's that? That's a podcast right there.
You want to do it right now?
I've got shit to do right now, but
I'm telling you.
what
and
night? What night?
Any night.
Any night? At
Any
the same
night.
Are you
time?
talking about going there?
I'll take you there. They've knocked part of it down now, but I'll take you there. Like,
I've been in it before. I've
Aye.
walked about it all.
they've got a church as well, so we used to get keys and go into church. So
I mean,
here's
I had no fucking idea this place existed.
it's 2 minutes from my house.
This is like
it's a real
fucking.
place.
This is Shutter Island.
Aye, it's exactly that.
It's in Livingston, isn't it?
Aye, 2 minutes from my house. I used to work there, walk my dogs up there. Like, I've been in that shop. I've been in all those buildings. That's the nurses' quarters there. That
Fucking
picture
wild, man.
in the second row, all the way on the right. Stop, left, that one. I'm sure that's the nurses. That's how it would have been back then. But so you would go past the church at night. The church is all still intact, and they keep the church.
So we go with the lantern there.
Could be. They keep the church all up to date. You'd go past and you'd hear the organ playing, like the old do all the time.
So my question for you is: do you think that's simulation related, or do you think it's just supernatural related?
I didn't think supernatural's a thing. I think it's just all fucking blends together.
Just like a glitch in the fucking Ross Cooper Matrix.
So what if I don't see it? Does that mean you're crazy,
Maybe.
or does it mean I'm crazy?
No, you'll see it if I take you.
That means whoever's controlling you doesn't want you to see it.
No, you will see it.
Right. So what night we doing this?
What you do in the morning.
Thursday night.
It's like 5 minutes for the gym.
And what time do you need to be there at?
It used to always be 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock at night. Thursday night, we're up there. What you doing? What you doing tomorrow at 10 o'clock?
I don't know yet.
You're mad. You think I'm talking pish?
No, I like him.
You do.
What do you think?
Admit it now. Admit now you think I'm lying.
No, because I don't discuss things like this. I can't think. Yeah,
I can't get a reasonable explanation, but
I can't either. But
sounds
you-
like you're fucking mental.
Aye, I'm definitely mental. I used to get the keys, right, and go up into the church and just let myself in. Just fucking sitting there. It's weird as fuck. So just a mad place.
Aye, that's maybe we'll be talking about this next week when we go up here.
Or maybe Ross will have just gone on a mad killing spree or something.
we just became like one of the fucking paranormal people on TikTok now.
Aye, pretty much.
Some of the pictures, where's scroll down, let's see if we can see the church. That's all the big. That's the church there.
I mean, it looks good.
Aye. It's all like,
Everything looks fucked apart from the church.
So is that still intact?
aye, everything
Why-
is fucked
why
apart
is
from the
it-
church.
Why is it still intact?
Don't know. Somebody comes and cleans
The
it
last
up and
time I
looks
went
after
to-
it and that.
The last time I drove to it, it was a building site. They were putting houses and that in certain bits of it, I think.
Aye. So we used to, the security reception used to be the old head surgeon's house. And we used to fucking chill out in there. It was quality.
That sounds quite creepy.
Aye. It was fucked. Like, it's a wild place.
Right, I think that's pretty much us done for the day.
Aye. So if I just,
Wait, this-
if I spoil this,
No. This just took a weird turn. This went for us talking about.
cunts don't believe me, I'm telling you.
No.
P.
like-
Diddy and 1,000 bottles of lube to
Aye.
Ross living in a simulation.
So that, see the bottom middle? See that like bottom middle? Oh no, the picture you were on, sorry mate. You had like one there that was the full map. I've fucking lost it. What am I doing? Anyway, it doesn't matter. That one, that's it. Aye, so the church, and then if you go below on the... That's the nurses' quarters.
Right.
That's the old nurses bit.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I'll see you up at the fucking church.
Dodging the lantern. You'll not manage to get up to it, but you'll see it.
Just a lantern just floating.
No, it's not floating. Somebody's carrying it.
And you see the guy carrying
You'll
it?
not see him.
Ross.
I'm telling you, I've seen this with my own eyes fucking loads of times. Loads.
I'll report back next week.
On the map. Mate, I'm sweating my tits off.
Aye, because you think about the ghosts.
You're fucking going to come.
Guys, that is the end of Patreon, innit? That must be the that's the end of us on Patreon. Not
That's the end
the
of
whole
me.
thing, but that's the end of Patreon for this week.
Going mad, bro.
We still have the Sean O'Malley t-shirt giveaway.
That loser Sean O'Malley.
We'll Yep. So yep. Patreon's done. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy the route the podcast's going with the extra content in the open mat. And as always, keep it fucking high.
See you soon in the simulation, bros.